The importance of relationship with funders is something that we often don't think about. So in this quick, short training video, I'm going to give you 4 main tips to think about around why you need to prioritize relationships with funders and grantors just as much as you need to do this with one-time or major gift donors. When it comes to funders, we have to think about transformational versus transactional relationships. Funders are way past transactional funding. They are focused on purpose-driven relationships, and many have very specific outcomes they want you to help them achieve. That's why they're giving money out to the community in the first place. So if you are going to an organization just looking for a transactional experience, you're likely going to fall short. I also like to remind you that you're on the same team. Funders, whether they're corporate, government, or foundations, they're also trying to make an impact, and they need you as much as you need them. What do I mean by that? They have a certain pool of funds that they are distributing to the community because they want to see some sort of change in that area of work. Without you, the organizations on the ground doing the work, they can't have the impact. So they have the money, they have the funds, you have the ability to reach people on the ground. Together, you are able to have an impact. So remember, you're on the same team. The third part is all about co-creation. So oftentimes we think we have to have all the answers before we apply to a funder or even have a conversation with them. There's an opportunity to go to them with options to discuss the best alignment with their priorities and yours. It's also a great time to ask for advice on the appropriate grant request. So don't go in there, don't set up a opportunity or a discussion, a meeting with a funder, and think you have to have all the answers. Go to them open to feedback with questions and ask how to best position your application for success. And really listen to what they have to tell you. And finally, there is a deep-rooted value in relationships beyond the money exchange. So I want you to think about and think beyond a one-time funding opportunity. There is always going to be a potential for different partnerships, possibly multi-year funding, and the odds are pretty high that if a funder continues to be a funder for this community, you are going to go back to them year over year for different ideas, for different projects. And if you have a strong relationship, if you do great work in the community, your reputation is going to speak for itself in addition to how you implement the projects you say you're going to with the funding that a funder provides. So thinking beyond the one-time funding opportunity or that one-time check, you want to continue to build relationships with funders on an ongoing basis. There may even be times you check in or provide updates that are not related to reporting, that are not related to asking for funding. You are just simply saying, hey, look at the great work we're doing. Thank you for making this possible. You do that for donors, don't you? Think of funders as a special type of donor. They don't need the same level of stewardship that an individual donor or a major gift might require, but relationships with funders can really help you position your priorities and position your ask for the best chance of funding. If you do not have relationships with funders, you are missing out on strategically aligning your priorities with their funds. They are in a very strong position to guide you and to help you have the impact you want to have. Go to them as a partner, co-create your ideas, and remember that you're on the same team.